Your friend Malaji Abdurrahman Diallo. I have been a multimedia personnel for President Kufuor for over 30 years.
Multimedia personnel for President Kufuor for over 30 years. 30, a generation.
Absolutely, over 30 years. And I've also run all the multimedia services for His Excellency Aliu Mahama.
Wow.
I'm into branding, I'm into animation, I'm into business and many other things as well.
So within those 30 years, you could have decided to go for any PC ship in any constituency. Why did you choose now? And why a year Madina constituency?
Basically, I try to put down a very great program.
Okay.
And more so, one has to understand something, that you wait for your time.
Okay.
You build your image, you build your reputation, you create the niche that makes it fit for purpose.
Happy 98.9.
Then you go in for that particular project. The parliamentary thing I contested in 2016 in Madina. But upon certain advice, I stepped down and ensured Boniface had his day.
In 2016?
Absolutely.
You had to step down?
Yes, I
for
did.
Boniface to have his
Have
day?
his day, absolutely.
Why?
You see, sometimes when you have a certain advice that this is where the wind is blowing and this is what will make the difference, you sometimes have to listen to cool heads and make sure you get the right time for your coming. And more so, when I contested for Madina projects, I made an e-switch for all the delegates and started to put together a lot of programs in Bin. So currently, as I decided to go, I've registered over 117 companies under Zango.
You've registered over 170 companies
under Zango. Mine is to create a difference. You see, basically, when you talk about Zango, you're talking about your community. Zango means our community in Hausa. The word Zongo is not the right word. The right word is Zango. So we decided to create a different narrative for the Zango, which is a better narrative of who we are as a people. Zango is a group of people that comes from all over, everywhere to settle, like settlers. So at the end of the day, in our current Zango situation, we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have all characters of people. But to be associated with violence or all kind of bad names is something that I'm not comfortable with. So I decided the dream is to create a Zango group of companies so that we help change the narrative. Young men and women are coming out of school, they will get jobs. Businesses have thrived and all that. In this regard, we are preparing a place to do one of the biggest abattoir, which will kill about 2,000 cattle a day.
Where is that?
Then we will set off a project in all aspects of the country called the Zango Coastals, where our meat can come over there so that we link the butchers to our meat so that we can get a halal food that is devoid of unwholesomeness and all that. Because you have to dream big, you have to act upon it, and you have to make sure it resonates with the people so that together they will help make that dream a reality.
So these ideas that you're sharing with me, you feel they resonate with the people so this one, I won't want us to talk about the whole Ghana, but Madina, to be specific, it resonates with the people of Madina.
In fact, my project under the Zango is a West African affair. It's not even Ghana alone.
Wow.
We are talking about a situation whereby we will create more than 50,000 employment within the next 3-4 years. Because every community that you go within the West African, you find Zango.
True.
Great minds, footballers, most of them comes from the Zango. So let's harness the talents. Let's harness the greatness of their creativity, their culture, and all that. To do whoever gets up wants to go to KFC, others, and go and get some nice bite and all that. We decided to do Zango food, where you do a great tuzafi, wache, and all that, so that people can have a great meal of tradition. We won't sell carbonated drinks. At the end of the day, we will sell milk, pure milk. We sell sobolo. We sell asana. We sell zonkomi. We sell those kind of great food. With the women putting on their hijab, doing their business all over the country. So we are bringing a third force within the food chain that will satisfy our adage that food is medicine. So we need to eat something that is good, that will make it a difference. Currently, as we speak, people are getting kidney diseases.
Yes,
people are
all over.
getting so many other diseases. It's part of the kind of food that we eat that I call junk food, which results in that way. So let's create a different
all of these things,
aspect of lifestyle.
all of these
that
things
our
you're doing on your own.
Of course, I'm doing on my own.
We don't
together
support
with
from-
some. No,
okay.
no, we have some partners along.
But politically, Yanko Madina,
Yeah.
how are the grounds like for you?
The grants are good. I've got a very nice executives. We've talked with the people of Madina. I'm talking about the delegates. An exercise ensure where people were coming for their voters card and all that. We supported in that regard. We go there, we talk to people. We make sure they feel at home. And we assure them of the ventures ahead that will make them employable. Those are the most important things in life.
And that's what you've been telling them.
Absolutely.
And they seem to buy into the ideas that you're sharing with them.
Trust me, every good person who hears and understands a good message will appreciate that.
Do you feel the competition is going to be that easy for you?
No, I wouldn't say it's going to be that easy for me. But per the programs and projects that I have put in place, inshallah, I'll carry the day.
Inshallah, you carry the day. And the main, if indeed you're to carry the day during your primaries, Onipa Bokakoshiano, a member of parliament for Madina constituency, as we speak now, or lawyer Xavier Sosu Francis.
The wind is already blowing for a change in Madina.
You think so?
Absolutely.
The wind is already blowing for a change in
For
Madina.
a change in Madina. Any decent member of parliament worth his source will not go out there in public and insult. Do you think the people of Madina are comfortable with his utterances? Tell me, what kind of projects has he been able to bring into Madina that will have a great effect on the people, like what Boniface did within those same period that Boniface had his chance? So I can assure you that NPP has a history, and we are going to continue with that history.
In Madina?
Absolutely. We are going to continue with that history. We are going to change the narrative. We are going to make sure people get jobs. We are going to make sure the environment is kept in its best environment. And we are also making up a program to introduce, I'm doing that one. Call it the Zango Schools. We are also doing a similar project of that sort. But this is Zango School, which is part of the registered companies that I am doing.
Private?
Private. But I have a group of friends in US and other people who are coming on board to teach AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, and others. This is the current trend that will make people rich. Because whatever you produce, industries will buy them as a result. And they will get a better money than the kind of knowledge that they have and skill towards this Sakawa thing. No, it's not working anymore. I hope you understand. It has turned into a ritual and all that sort of thing. I hope you understand. How does India progress? Through IT. So let's create a resounding understanding within the youth that yes, they can also make it. Because I tell you, the boys out there, they are very intelligent people. When you teach them codex and others, my goodness, you love them. The generation to come will be an interesting generation to appreciate. And we are going to make sure we focus on our goals and make it happen within the constituency.
Is MPP that attractive in Madina as we speak now? Is it very attractive in Madina? Oko Madina, a man for Madina, no. What are they saying about the political party called NPP?
Frankly speaking, it is only NPP that has effected a certain change in Madina. And it has resonated with the people in Madina. They are not joking about it. Whenever they want to have their festival, whenever they want to enjoy a certain party, whenever they want to play football, whenever there is a great gathering, they do it at the stadium built by NPP. Go to some part of the Zango community, you see asphalts all over. There are certain parts of Madina which are not developed, but I know with time, all these things will come into being. The market women are very wonderful people doing their job. Madina has one of the biggest markets in this country,
yes.
you know. And the people of Madina are very innovative. Just give them the opportunity and they'll show you what they can do. That is what we are going to unleash, that energy into the youth.
You feel the current member of parliament has not been able to unleash the energies of the youth in
I haven't
Madina?
seen any. I haven't seen any.
You've not seen any of the works done by Javier Susu?
No. Show me one single one that he's done. Tell me. Apart from him dancing in public and making fun of himself, nothing else. I'm a decent person. I wouldn't want to insult. I believe everybody has his limits to which he can go. Some are motivational speakers. Some sees into the future and make sure the right things are done to energize and activate the willpower within the people. And that is the opportunities that NPP has given to the people. When you go to every household in Madina, you find an SHS graduate over there. They are making impact. They are making differences in their community. They are becoming discerning. So it's not going to be a ride-over community where people can just lie their way through. No. Madina is a decent place.
Happy 98.9 FM. Ena wasugusu otieno ye Alaji Diallo or pese delegate, NPP delegate in Madina constituency Tony Swaba na Ojina as the candidate for the NPP in Madina constituency. Say opese ohim akonyan efri owura Javier Francis Susu lawyer ne insem. But what will you change if you voted for?
A lot of things will change in Madina. It is going to be a collective responsibility of all of us, from the assembly to the last man who cleans the gutter. We are going to talk to the people. We are going to motivate the people. We are going to set certain parameters so that sanitation becomes a kind of a priority for us.
But that'll be the job of the MC. So it means that you're going to work hand in hand with the municipal chief executive.
Absolutely. But let me also tell you something. There's a beautiful community called Kushia. You go to that community, there are barrels painted with the colors of this Ghana, red, gold, green. trust me, if you are a new person and you throw a rubbish there, a little boy will tell you, pick it and put it into the bin. So as I speak to you, I believe it is the neatest town in Ghana.
In Ghana.
And they've set a certain beautiful places that you can go and see flamingos, bears, and very wonderful creatures of the Almighty. We can do similar things in Madina. It's just an orientation. Because if me and you get a certain level of understanding, we wouldn't be drinking our Capilipo and throw it away. It is a collective responsibility that where we live should be healthy. I hope you understand. Because a clean environment helps us to think better. Because we cannot worship our God with death. There are Christians, there are Muslims, there are many churches, there are many mosques within the Madina environs. So there are many things that we can do, especially creating the necessary educational things for us to strive on. So definitely, my brother, it's going to be an interesting place to be with. Businesses are going on. We will make sure we help people to establish a lot more. The auxiliaries are what we are going to see is springing from the down onwards, upwards, so that people can benefit.
As a member of parliament, one of your roles will be formulating, debating legislation and all that on the floor of parliament. How prepared are you for that?
For the last 30-something years, I've been running in and out of parliament as a photographer.
You've been running in and out of parliament
Absolutely.
as a photographer.
Most of the bills that goes in the party, I read some, I understand some, I hear some, I listen to them, I take coverage of some of them. I have learned it. That's why I say I took time to build my capacity within the last 30, 40 years. So I'm more than prepared.
You're more than prepared.
Absolutely.
You're more than ready.
More than ready.
What did working with former President Kufuor teach you?
Oh, he taught me a lot. He's one person that I'm so grateful. And he's my dad, he's my everything. May the Almighty let the soul of our mom rest in peace, Madam Teresa Kufuor. Yesterday, we had a one-week celebration, which I attended as well. President Kufuor has taught me a lot of things. He's taught me the need to effect change with a mindset of creating a better environment for your community. President Kufuor's time, he created a lot of millionaires. He created a lot of business sense. He gave opportunities for people to strive and make differences in their life. And he's one strict person. If you don't perform, he'll get you out of the way and make sure changes always come in its great times.
So being with him for the past 30 years, plus you being in and out of parliament, plus the works that you've been doing, not just in Ghana here, but across West Africa, and then you now have the confidence that you are now ripe
across the globe, not
across the globe, across the globe.
As I told, I can show you pictures with Lula, with President Clinton, with Tony Blair, with many other great people. I take photographs. I have been a great photographer. So basically, when you take a photograph, you collect the people's complimentary cards, make sure you send the pictures to them. Because it's always good for them to have images of what they came to do over there. And my job is to make sure I execute it. And when I was working with President Kufuor, I did not sway from what I'm supposed to do as a core multimedia personnel. I concentrated on it, and I made sure the right things are being executed.
Happy 98.9 FM. No, Asukusu Autieno. Alaji, I would want us to last two questions, because people are asking whether, with your calmness, would you be able to go round, campaign to the people of Madina, whom we know? You know, I'm not saying they are aggressive, but they are very boisterous. They have lots of energy.
Let me borrow the words of my boss. I say, in so union and fanny pennies we share.
In so union and fanny pa.
And yes,
we share.
Because who tastes you in share, you know good there. But say, you know, you feel so comfortable doing it. And when you don't do it the right way, you find out that you are gone. You see, let me tell you something. I would like to get involved with everyone. But please, if you are to follow my campaign and you hear somebody insulting me, please don't retaliate. If you hear somebody talking bad about me, don't retaliate. Just leave it like that. Because I don't want violent things within the campaign. I want a very decent campaign. And if you go and fight because of me, I'm sorry. The law will take its course. I will not be responsible for your actions in that direction. The fact that you like me doesn't mean you should go out of your mind to do certain things which are not good. We want to portray that, yes, we are together in Madina as one strong people with the common purpose of bringing development to the people of Madina. So let's focus on our goals and make sure Madina becomes a very great cosmopolitan area where a lot of people will come in. So we have a lot of projects for Madina.
A lot of projects for Madina. Alaji Diallo. My now, as I say, I know say you're very busy, but when you promise by delegates are listening to you. Delegates of the New Patriotic Party are listening to you. Constituents of Madina are also listening to you this afternoon. What would you tell, first and foremost, delegates of the New Patriotic Party who will be going to vote for either you or any other person, or who be sure, say delegates Anthony Swaba during the parliamentary primaries in Madina? And after that, what would you say to the entire Madina community, any adjoining communities, on 7th of December 2024, on Betwaba to elect a member of parliament?
I would like to thank the executives of Madina, and I also like to thank my contestants as well. Please, let's do a decent campaign. Don't let us muddy the water for all of us. I'm not prepared to be part of a bad situation. Delegates, you are very beautiful people who have a great mind of your own. Let us not follow only money, but let's follow vision. Let's follow understanding. Let's follow rightfulness. And let's follow a dynamic situation where a great person can make a bad difference within the constituency. I, Abdul Rahman, I have served very well. I have understood the projects in 2008, 2012, and 2016. The billboards that Nana raised the MPs, His Excellency the President raised the MPs' hands. I did that concept. And there's no former aspirants of Madina in terms of those who have been designated to run for the party that I did not contribute to their campaign.
You contributed to their campaign. You
Absolutely.
helped them. So it's now time.
I did the branding for them.
You feel it's now time for them to also help you.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be bad if they come on board. And I also know that they also have loved ones as well So you talk to your loved one. That this is a gentleman who is bringing goodies to the community. Let's support that cause so that together we will make a great difference with a smile all over.
Alhaji Abdulrahman Diallo, yeah.
So that all of us will then be happy.
Miana Alhaji Abdulrahman Diallo ase se wabaye na ono suni abetwetwen komo okọ akwa ama delegate, new patriotic delegate in the Madina constituency ato ne swaba se mujini tumwa to become the parliamentary candidate for the NPP for Madina constituency. Alhaji mamena wase se ojimre na oba